What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. We're just out on an e-bike for an old country e-bike ride on the Adventure Mobile with the 72-volt BBSHD and the Flipsky. Shifting into third. Just out cruising around. And the purpose of this ride is I have another camera going because I wanted to see what's going on down there while I'm riding this bike. Because on this bike I've got a derailleur and it doesn't have like a chain stabilizer or a clutch, and so the chain tends to just go all over the place. It's not under like super great tension. Oh, see, so we've got Shimano Acera down there, and it's a little bit crazy because I got this kickstand down here, so you can see the chain definitely like hits the kickstand when it's bouncing around. But then also I'm getting a lot of like chain slap on the chain stays. You can see it kind of like denting up the frame. So it looks like that happens when I shift it into a higher gear, which I don't do very often, but I guess I did it a few times and the chain was probably going all over. But so I've got this GoPro going, so let's turn this GoPro off here. Let's see what this frame looks like. Like the whole point of this is this other GoPro. So I thought I would take this out on a little bit different of a ride today, because I want to. The Flipsky tends to just like burn through a lot of battery the way that I have it set up. And when I'm testing this and like holding down full throttle and stuff, it just kind of like eats up the battery. So I can test things faster by just riding out in the middle of nowhere, is what I'm saying. It should also be a faster video. Shorter anyways. Try and get my foot out of the way so you can even see the chain. Yeah, it's going all over the place down there. I can see it. One of the things that's a little bit funny to me on the Flipsky is like the throttling. I don't know if, I think it's the motor temperature, but like when I go into the settings for my motor and we go to temperature, general temperature. See, I have it set to, let's see here, temp cutoff start at 70, and then the cutoff end at 75. So, but I mean, it kind of seems like sometimes I'll get kind of up in the 60s, up towards the 60s, and then it kind of feels like it starts throttling in some way, but I don't have it set the cutoff start until 70. So I don't entirely understand what's going on with that. The battery, so these are just things I've been doing in VESC, or noticing in VESC. So the battery, I mean, it says 78% right now, but it's at, what is the voltage of it? It's at 80 volts, right? So it says I've used less than 2 amp hours, right, out of 20. So I don't know. It seems it's when I'm riding this bike and the battery starts to get lower, like below like 20 or 15%, it seems like it starts to throttle it there too and starts to really slow things down. I don't know if that's something that's like built into VESC. I mean, I have my voltages. I mean, I know somewhere, what is it, like that, the app config, or motor config, like general voltage. So battery voltage cutoff start is at 61, and then cutoff end is at 50. So I don't know. I've just noticed, like, when I get like this thing, I think something is throttling me when I start to get this thing lower. And I don't know if the battery voltage is just dropping below 61 and then the cutoff start engages, or what is working. But I mean, maybe I can lower the cutoff start on this thing. I don't really plan on testing that right now, but that's just something that I've been noticing, is like, it seems like something gets throttled, both when I'm going like whole hog and really cruising for a while. Like it seems like I mean, I thought it was the motor temperature throttling, but I don't know. I mean, it doesn't quite go up to 70. Like, it's usually under 70 is when it seems like it's throttling, like in the 60s. So I don't know. So it says the battery's at 80. So let's make sure. What is this GoPro seeing down here? I was trying to establish whether this bike is just so noisy because like the chain is just going like, and it's just like the drivetrain making all that noise. And I was trying to figure out if it's like the nylon gear is just way noisier than the peak gear that I have in my other bike. So I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna go ride it around a little bit more. I do notice when it's in the first gear, when I get it kind of, when the first gear starts to kind of spin out, it seems like it starts doing that because it's like it's kind of going in and out of resistance, you know, like when you're gearing on your bike drivetrain starts spinning out, you know, it's kind of like because it's, you know, it's getting that point where there's just no resistance because the bike is moving so fast and like it just can't propel it any further because the chainring, like it just can't spin it any faster. So I mean, I think that is kind of the signal to shift if you want to go faster, is that and I don't know that anything can really be done to, like, I'm not sure. I mean, is there some way that the controller can tell? I'm trying to think, like, on the stock BBSHD, how does it work when the bike is spinning out? Like, I don't remember the motor like doing that. You know, I like when the stock BBSHD spins out, I think it can just tell. I think the controller on those can just tell when it's spinning out, and it just lays off the power. And I think it kind of like, it'll keep kind of like checking if there's any resistance. It'll keep doing just like a little bit. Because like I remember on my stock BBSHD, like when you're just holding it full throttle, like going down a hill or something, if it starts spinning out in your gearing, it would still just be using a little bit of power, like 100 watts or something. So I think the controller had some kind of way that it could know when the gearing was spinning out, and it would just keep trying just to, maybe it was kind of like freewheeling almost is what it was doing. It was just doing a little bit of freewheeling, probably to keep that slack out of the drivetrain, but also to see if there's any resistance, like if you start slowing down or going up a hill or something. The motor was probably doing just like 100 watts just to keep it spinning, and to check if the RPM of the motor slowed down at all, it would know that it hit that resistance. But like if I give it throttle in first gear, when it starts spinning out, listen to this, it's like na 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 na. And I think it just like, that just can't possibly spin any faster is what that is. So then you gotta shift it. Hits 38, gotta shift it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Because I see the motor temperature increasing. So I don't know, it should be interesting to see that, the chain going all over from that other view. I was just trying to figure out, like, is that the only reason that it's doing that, or is it like the programming of the timing of the motor and the controller too? Because my chain is all over the place. This derailleur isn't very good. See, now it feels like I'm getting throttled right here. And it's at 66. I don't know. Maybe there's something where it looks at how hot it's getting, like how fast the temperature is increasing. And then if it thinks it's going to be the cutoff start soon, it'll just start throttling back. And it's like an estimation. I don't know. Alright, well that was just a little ride on the Flipsky. Down the old country ride. I went out in the middle of nowhere just to mess around for a few minutes. Look at something different. I don't usually go that way, but just for testing purposes it can be very useful because there's never any traffic to deal with. Like stoplights and stuff like that. All of these purple things smell really good. Whatever those are. So I don't know. This is just a quick video, guys. It's not a big old long ride or anything. I just wanted to document this with another GoPro. I'm holding it full throttle right now, and this is all it's giving me, and the motor temperature is at 66. So what is that? Isn't that weird? Like, I think it starts throttling me early on the motor temp somehow. I still don't understand. I still don't understand that. So temperature, so it says acceleration temperature decrease. So what is this? Decrease the limits by this amount during acceleration. So maybe it has something to do with this. I don't know, but it does seem like something starts throttling me based on the motor temperature, and it's earlier than my cutoff start, so I don't know what that is. Anybody know? Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe. This is it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Just a little Flipsky, quick little Flipsky video test. See you in the next one. Peace out.